Hey guys, welcome back. Flawless Crested Geckos.
Will. Audra.
That's right, that's right.
That's me.
And today we're gonna have a special video for you guys.
They're all special.
Yes, definitely all special. But today we're talking about something every Crested Gecko keeper needs to understand.
And that's a topic about temperature and humidity for your Cresties. Whether you're new to the hobby, breeding Cresties, or you just love reptiles, this is one of the most important topics for you and your Crested Gecko care. Yes. So first off, let's talk about temperature basics.
Right.
All right. So normally a good range for your Crested Gecko as far as your temperature is concerned is around 72 to 78 degrees.
Right. Now, go ahead.
Now, typically we average around 75, so that's in the facility. Now, during the daytime, a lot of times, especially when Will and I are in there, the kids are in there, they're washing on, we're all breathing real heavy, especially this one. You know, temperatures can spike a little higher, right?
Right.
But you don't want them to spike on those Cresties too high, meaning not over.
But to throw a caveat in there, because she tried to jab at me, if Audra's only in there working, the temperature actually doesn't rise. It actually drops because she's cold-blooded. You know, she's very cold-hearted. She's always cold, as you guys can see in her hoodie. So she drops the ambient temperature when, you know, her presence is around. But you can go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know these people know you lying, right?
It's the fact.
Because they
You're
know
always
how
cold.
Sweet and wonderful
I am.
I can't have a cold heart if I'm so sweet and wonderful.
Yeah, you're sweet as sour candy.
I'm a Sour Patch Kid.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Well, why the bitterness, like, last so long?
That's just for you.
Anyway.
Anyway, back to not letting the temperature spike on your Cresties. You really don't want to get above, 82 degrees for any extended period of time.
And that's some other variables come into play there, right? So when we're down there working and the temperature does spike up, we do have, smart facility that we built. Because of all these things that we kind of prepared for, we have a lot of air circulation. So the air circulation is very important as well, which kind of adds in there. We always felt that it should be in there in the husbandry where your temperature, your humidity, how well you're moving the air around. Is it just 100% all the time stagnant air? Mm-hmm. We're moving it around. So by doing that, they're able to get that breeze. They're getting that airflow. They're getting constant fresh air. But yes, Audra's correct. Our body temperatures being in there, it raises the temperature. It's okay that it gets up to 80, 81 degrees. They've been perfectly fine. So
Crested geckos as a whole actually tolerate cooler temperatures better naturally.
Definitely.
And typically if you're in the 60s, dropping into even mid 60s, especially at nighttime, they're pretty good.
Now, if you're to throw in adding on top of that, because we get this question a lot over on Patreon, explaining, trying to help people that's starting to ship in the kind of the shipping ranges. Even if they temporarily get lower than 60, they're more safe there than they are over 80. Okay. Mm-hmm. They can get pretty low. They can tolerate temps pretty low, but that does mean that they, stress level does increase.
Absolutely. You don't want to keep them there for extended periods of time. So just to reiterate, fluctuation tolerance for Crested Geckos is actually pretty good.
Definitely.
Again, short-term highs in the 80s, as long as the geckos are hydrated, they can tolerate it again, but it's just not recommended.
Right. They need more stable temperatures to pretty much thrive, period, to be comfortable and less stress.
Exactly.
All right. Now, let's jump right into the other question, which a lot of people struggle with on setting up their Crested Gecko, whether you're a keeper or a breeder, is going to be your humidity. Are you guys needing some assistance with your Crested Gecko breeding programs? Well, check out our Patreon. We've been running it here now for pretty much close to 2 years. Everyone's been extremely excited. We keep adding new perks every time you guys turn around, we give away Xanthics, we give away high whites, we give away lily whites. We actually upgraded this year to we're giving away over 12 geckos every single year. That averages out to at least a gecko a month, and we've been doing over that. So you are not going to want to miss becoming a part of the Flawless Crested Geckos Patreon family. There's two tiers. There's a $50 tier and there's a $100 tier. You get all your funds back in the form of Flawless Crested Gecko savings account. You can take advantage of having 5% additional off by being a Patreon member, as well as having year-round free shipping. You guys are not going to want to miss this, so go head over to patreon.com/Flawless Crested Gecko. And we can add humidity into the vault, and we can pull humidity out of the air as well. We can set it on a schedule. We can set it to match actual percentage that we want, that we desire. And that's kind of how we move forward as it goes to there. So ideally, you're going to want 50 to 70% average on average for your humidity. With the nightly, you can, miss. And when you miss, you're going to spike it normally anywhere between 80 to 90%.
Now, for us, you guys know we don't mist anymore.
No.
And that is only because our smart facility that I was just talking about. And we will cycle our humidity at times. So we can spike it if it needs to be spiked, bring it up. And then cool or dry it back out if necessary. Right.
Now, we never run it at 60 or 70% just straight through day after day after day. What we found to have a lot of success at is running it 60 to 70%, pretty much for about 24 to 30 hours. I got to check the setting, and then we dry it out for another 12-hour period of time. Now, drying it out is not going to 0%.
No.
That's just pretty much dropping it down to about 45, maybe lower 50s. Yeah. So that time frame obviously has a rotation, right? You have that 24 to 30 hours. Again, I got to check the schedule where you have the humidity set, but then you also have that 12-hour period of time where you're dropping. Now, just because you set that time does not mean that the humidity drops immediately. I mean, it may take an hour and a half for that humidity to start dropping off or drying out, as we say. Now, again, we also have lights and everything on a light cycle for 12 on, 12 off. So that helps as well. So you're always rotating their actual schedule. You never know when. And plus we have standing drinking water as well. Yes. Again, because hydration is so important. But pretty much to drive the message home, you want that humidity in there around that 60% is always going to be in favor of your gecko every single time.
And just to drive the point home, he made a comment, putting your water bowl in with your Crested Gecko. We want you to understand that here at Flawless, we fully recommend 100% putting a water bowl in your Crested Gecko enclosure. That is important, that they always have access to water. So you never run the risk of them drying out, say, your particular area that you're living in, because that definitely makes a difference where you live at in the world, depending on your normal humidity in and around your environment. So you don't take a risk on drying them out accidentally, just by virtue of your environment, by putting a water bowl in with your Crested Gecko.
Plus it's hydration.
Yes.
So what are some practical tips to pretty much apply to your SOP, your everyday care? One of the useful tools are going to be using hygrometers.
Yes. And not all hygrometers are made equal. We've went through quite a few different hygrometers during our time frame, and some of them are crappy and don't work, and some of them are pretty decent. We might need to do a video on talking about different hygrometers.
Comment down below if you would like to see a video on hygrometers, thermometers, not thermostats, thermometers, and we can definitely knock out a video for you guys on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, if you are not in a position to have a humidifier in your area where your crested gecko is, or if you're not in like a sort of a smart facility or have the capabilities of having that, even if it's like a manual situation, then obviously you may have to mist your enclosures. Yep. So if you do need to mist, we recommend that you mist in the evening times, and that mimics the crested gecko's natural cycles.
Definitely. And again, to add on, something that we kind of have learned over the years from actually dealing with our area where we are here in the South, we make sure that everything that we do on a day-to-day, it pretty much, serves our purposes, our needs. Everything has a reason, a rhyme and reason on why we do it. But for you breeders and keepers that are in other areas, you're going to want to make sure that you use whatever application best fits your region, your area. We know a lot of people in California or Arizona as well, where it's extremely dry. You're going to have to figure out what is going to be your SOP with your humidity in those areas. So things are going to fluctuate depending on where you are based at, around the United States, around the world, because we actually have international people that follow us as well. So we're very appreciative.
Yes, we are.
A good rule of thumb
is
as a breeder. Go ahead.
Stable temperature and humidity equals
healthy eggs and healthy geckos.
So just to wrap it up for you guys, crested geckos are really genuinely, we always say this at shows and stuff, that they are the best beginner reptile for anyone out there, bar none. Just understand that they're hardy, but that it is very important that you keep temperature and humidity on the forefront of what you're monitoring on a regular basis, because guess what? That will make them thrive, not just survive.
Right.
If you keep them in their normal ranges, avoid extremes, you will absolutely have a healthy, happy crested gecko. They'll thank you for it, and you'll have that companion for years to come.
Definitely.
So, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Hit that notification bell as well, definitely.
And if you like this type of video, let us know in the comments. If you want some more care guides and reptile insights, we
got a ton on the way, guys.
Yeah, we do. We have like a whole list.
Definitely.
Will's over here like a topic madman.
But we love you guys. Yes. It's Flawless Crested Geckos, Will and Audra, and we are out.
Bye.